what is my camera doing? For some reason it started like moving on its own. I don't even know how I did that. Oh, that's how I did it. Okay, cool. Apparently I'm figuring out now. Wait! We do have a boomkin. RJ was like, yo, we need a boomy in here. And I think here's the boomy. There it is, man. They immediately dropping out dodge, dropping out damage. Tom, you gotta drop the hammer over onto Leo, dude. Beaming him down with stars. And wait, Leo's just melting, actually. Hold on, Leo's actually melting. Every single one of the stars kind of hurts. That'd be awesome if RJ, by the way, played stars as a corruption as well. Because then it's like you're dropping stars while dropping stars. What is that random moonfire? What is that? It's like moonfire through the wall or something, isn't it? Does go for a full root. Keeping the guy at bay. Try to go for a quick wrath into a bash right after IBF out for Leo as RJ got himself full stun, but a bear from his active silence to follow. Try to see if he can survive this. That's a lot of damage. Heart of the Wild is going to use. Just got himself lots of healing. Grip, get a grip, but he leaped away from the grip. Holy! Does he have any more damage though? Got himself a couple of wraths. Getting interrupted on nature. Can go bear form to get himself a bit more healing. Trying to go for a knock. Does not quite connect. Super low in health. Does get going back in. I'm having a hard time keeping up with him. Does he get another leap? Trying to see if he can bust himself out of here. Big mobility. Trying to go for a regrowth or two. Big Twilight Death cleaving right through him. Slows out for Leo. Just needs one more grip and he might just take it. Looking for go for a clone. Does get interrupted. Bear form is available. Got himself at least the ability to power shift another clone to follow. Unless Leo could pre-MS it, there's nothing you can do about it. Those regrowths barely helping you right now, though. Another wild, another cyclone. You got another one? Silence bear form immediately. You just have to play around with that silence with that CC as best as you can. Gripple cycle going to be in, but a silence with a root gives RJ a opportunity to at least get some damage in. Got himself a big setup. Gripped right after. Twilight Death to follow. Big bash on the Leo. Holy! Give this man an auto duel. Right now, give this man an auto duel. We don't see boomkins in these duels that often. Rick better give this man a chance here. Oh, RJ, you better catch up. Wait, Rick playing Affliction? No, Destro. Rick is playing Destro. I saw him putting up a dot which looked like a corruption. It's not a corruption. As he goes in full demon form, dude, they switch up. Oh, I think for RJ is done. Oh, that's unfortunate. I want to see Boomy play. No, I want to see a Boomy play. Technically, there's no rule that says you have to let the other person get a proper auto duel. Look at that malevolent dragon, by the way. It looks so sick. It looks so good. Mortal but doesn't connect. Cloak of Shadows out for plush as he got all these demons on. A big DFA. Rick having to go for Warlock Healthstone immediately to recover. But even then, his health is immediately under pressure as soon as he chomps down on the Warlock cookie. Wall up. Just trying to see if that might be enough to do that and ending. But I think it might just keep him ending, though. Plush just continued to carve him up, just slicing the boy down. Mortal does connect. I don't know if Rick can do much. Trick it out and vanish out for Plush. It's a global or two. I think it's over. Yep, it's over. What is that damage? Dude, Sub-Rogue, when you've got all the damage rolling in, it's just nutty. That is a lot. Bad mana? No, not bad mana. It's going to be Mies instead. Trying to see if he can get himself a Blizzard going. S Plush trying to see if he can get himself as much of distance away from Mies as possible. I think he more or less knows where the rogue is at. He's walking straight at him. Yeah, he knows. Yeah, he knows. You see him shifting around. I think he's just trying to see if he can jump up, get himself a little bit of that flurry. Blizzard around the corner is definitely going to slow him down quite a decent bit. Smoke bomb? Looking for the reset without a vanish. But another Blizzard. Jumping. Flurries do connect. Yeah, the jump flurry, dude. It's just weird. I feel like sometimes like the chain, the metal chain is like technically something you can stand on, but I don't think it's actual line of sight. Every time I keep thinking about it, it's like I always think it's a mini wall. Mies is playing the stars, man. Just gotta get more stars procced or plushed. And Plush might be in a bit of a rough spot, though. Try to see if he can keep him in place as best possible. Ray of Frost slowed him down. Big Shatters does get a couple of good crits. Frozen Bomb, Frozen Orb, everything. Root. Oh, cheat death out of Plush, though. Get the shot. I think he's expecting a blink out of Mies. One finally go for Plush. Oh, Trinket? I think he just wanted to make sure he doesn't die, so he decided to go for a Trinket before Visceroid goes through. Or DFA, or whatever he got. Whatever the rogue might be able to throw at him. Colbre is going to be up next, though. Mies immediately hit him with a Frozen Orb with a Flurry as he goes in for a bit of that resetting. 6 mil DFA on the Warlock on Colbre. Oh my goodness. No, Rick. It was on Rick, not Colbre. It was on Rick. That is a lot, man. That's like Actually, 60% of your health in the global. Warlocks have a little more health, but like if we used in 10 million as like a barometer right now for fully geared PvPer, about 60% or so. That's pretty good. That's very, very good. As it's going to be Mies dropping in Frozen Orb together with Blizzard. Cobre with a bit of that Reflect. Mies just trying to see if he can poke around and get a bit of pot shot damage on him, but those portals are going to be doing exactly the same thing. Together with a Succubus pulling you behind the pillar. Trying to go Bonds of Fell, doesn't really quite connect. Mies with an Infernal around the other side of the corner, just kind of in a weird spot, still getting those procs onto Cobre with those stars. I am surprised he's not connecting with pets, but rather hitting Cobre pretty consistently with that star. Like, fairly consistently. Dropping down a freeze onto both of these pets. Succubus catching them for a second. All Cobre needs is just a big bolt. Poly to follow trinkets out of it. Just a couple of insta-casts. Almost getting that Shadow Flame to take him out. Almost. Just Incinerate will do it too. He gets a big proc one. Here. Yeah. Mortical right after. Ruination. Ooh, wait. Yeah, I think with that pet does a lot of damage, but it wasn't enough. He did shield himself last second. Trying to go for a stun. Hold on. Me start to see if he can himself a proper go. Frostfire bolts. Does go for a bit of a reset. Cobre just popping Dark Pact and takes 0 damage out of the combo. I was honestly thinking it was going to be a little bit heavy of a burst. Apparently not. The Cobre with a bolt. Immediately reset him. Flashbang next. Are we doing flashbang next, Tucker Pounder? Are we punishing our EU homies with a flashbang for no reason? Come on, man. It's late at night where they are. They don't need a bright ass map. They don't need it. They don't put that map in the solo, I'm pretty sure. You know the one they do put in though? The Shadowlands one. The other one. It's like Zereth Mortis one though. That one is also fairly bright. Yeah, he promised last week. Oh, we actually did? Okay. We'll do 1 round of flashbang. Maybe like... Yeah, maybe for the next one. Yeah, F it. Let's just do it. Me's trying to see if he can get away from Cobre, but it's just, I mean, it's just a matter of time until it catches you, gets a Pit Lord up in your face, and it's just over. Aya's with a bit of the volley, but doesn't quite connect to hit Cobre behind the pillar, trying to get himself an angle though. Does get himself full cooldowns, but Cobre with a Dark Pact is going to get himself sunned up. Just because he can follow up a Mortical with a Succubus EC, and now he's got a Dark Pact wall on top of it. He can't really be interrupted or anything. Fear to follow. Aya's trying to see if he can get away from it. Does go for the silence on Cobre. Looks like silence still hits the wall too. Interesting. I thought it means it to silence. Maybe I'm wrong on that one though. Actually, I'm probably wrong. But Cobre just kind of letting those demons from Diablos do their own work, man. Just letting that Overlord crash in. Just in the Chaos Mother or 2 around the corner. And he'll be golden. Just needs a couple more of those. Freezing Trap does get himself a second BCC. Has him in a pretty good spot to at least get a prop. I think it's just over. Oh, just bold, just slamming him against that wall, against the tiger statue. Turtle immediately with a heal. Does get himself a short CCO to Cobre. Yet another Mortical bolt. It's just done. Faint? Fainted. Fainted it. He does have double tap. That feint is what really helped him a ton. Freezing Trap, but doesn't go in. I think he's going for the camo, right? Yeah, I think he's going to go for a camo. Succubus, I think, connected with an auto. I feel like somehow, some way, actually did get an auto from a distance, though. Although, I think it's a lash ability. I don't think it actually is a melee ability. I think it actually has like a slight bit of range. Like a very, very slight. Enough where it's like, okay, definitely not a melee. But that last bolt, dude, that has to be it, right? Oh! Camo? I was going to say, there's no way you camoed that. Rapid Fire just needs a little more, but it's just Shadow Flame away, man. 1 Shadow Flame away. Rain of Fire, I think, is what killed him, too. Bad Man are going to be up next. Last one over for the Team 1 versus Cobre charging in. It's going to be a bit of a breath on that the Tempest. That's actually the best move. Just a breath and just let it sit. Trying to go for a freeze. Does not quite connect. He's not quite in. Frozen actually rooted. Does a report to break out of that stun. Bad Man are trying to get himself around the corner, but it's just not going to be able to connect. He's going to be able to go for a bit of reversal with that blink, but Succubus catches you out in the open. Cobre sending up potentially some damage. Incinerate 1, Incinerate 2. Got himself a Havoc or a Mayhem proc off of that pet. So at least some resources. Portal to portal. And Bad Man is going to take a little bit of damage behind the pillar, but for Cobre, that's a reset. You got Mortal Call coming up. He's got Infernal coming up. 40 seconds on a wall. Bad Man are just taking damage behind the pillar. There's going to be a Succubus constantly chasing after him. Does go for a Freezing Trap or Ring of Frost. Cobre actually using the Drake racial just to glide behind the pillar to escape the poly. and is going to be dropping down Infernal Breath right after. Succubus could catch you, does catch you. Not close enough to stun Cobra though. Stuns one of the pets, but not him. Mordecai right after, and with a bolt, I think it seals the deal. Unless you go for a block, does reverse it to get a little bit of health. Needs to block it. Cobra with another Tempest. I mean, it's just, there's nothing you could do in this situation. Recovery of mana or health is also very, very short because of 54% dampening. Catches on a Fury. It is lights, dude. It is lights. Oh my god. Cobra picking up 3. Well done, well done. Let's get ourselves another going, boys. Yeah, let's do the flashbang. Let's do it. Let's get it out of the way.